Well, hello, my lords and ladies, and welcome to another episode of our painting series on Elden Ring. This is the expansion, or one of the expansions. We're painting the Warhawk. All we have is this, two heroes we're going to do, because I have two heroes that are the same from the original box, which is weird. And then the two bosses, so we're getting there. First off, I want to say thank you to all my YouTube members. You guys are absolutely amazing. You guys are going to get early access to this on Sunday. This will be a Wednesday video. Yay, you guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, whatever, or just watch. But without further ado, pretty easy. Let's go. Alright, the first thing we are going to do, obviously, is prime our miniature. I spray painted it in black and then did a white zenithal highlight from above. A lot of that under wing is still black. So, we are going to do some Ratling Grime. I did mix this with some Lamia medium, so 50-50 mix of this and Lamia medium. And I am painting this on a vast majority of the feathers. That last row of feathers I am keeping white because we're going to be doing a different color on that. We're going to be creating some contrast on this as well. So paint all those original front portion except for the back row in Ratling Grime, and also do the same for the bottom portion of our Warhawk as well. You're not going to really notice it. It is darker, but you need to do it anyways. And this is what it should look like with my mouse in the background. Yay. Alright, I did next take some Black Templar and I mixed it with some Lamia medium. So about a 50-50 mix. And we are using all of those other feathers. Now, Black Templar is a thinner black paint. Almost gives it a bluish color with that white undertone. So you know where we're going with this. We're going to make it a nice looking color. So paint all those feathers top and bottom, and pretty simple. All right, for the little Warhawk wraps that it's got on those talons, we're going to do some Gore Grunta Fur. Pretty simple. For the barrel that our Warhawk is sitting on, or standing on, or well, I don't know, stabbing it, because that's exactly what it looks like it's doing. We're going to take some Snakebite Leather and go through that barrel. Be cognizant of the rings on the barrel. We're going to paint those over here in a little bit. All right, for the talons themselves, we are going to do some Retributor Armour. Pretty simple. This miniature is not crazy. We're going to be done with it before you know it. Coming down to the last two colors on the base paints for the rings on the barrel and then the chain on the top of our Warhawk. We're going to be doing some Iron Warriors. And then you'll see here in the next scene for the beak, just some Averland Sunset. And then we are done with the base colors. Moving on to two washes. That is all. For our first wash, we are going to do some Reikland Fleshshade on there. For the gold areas, pretty simple. And then we're going to move on to some Agrax Earthshade just on the Ratling Grime area. Just on the Ratling Grime, not on the Black Templar area. And then let these dry completely. All right, once everything is completely dry, we are going to start with a dry brush of some Karak Stone. So make sure you get some paint on your dry brush, get all of it off, 95% of it, and then dry brush the crap out of it to give it some highlights. Now again, I only did this on the top part, not the bottom portion of our Warhawk. Next, we're going to do the same exact thing except with Screaming Skull. Again, get it all off of your brush and then very lightly go over it. This is going to create a higher level of highlight, and these feathers are perfect for a dry brush. All right, for those back feathers, like I said before, it's kind of a bluish tint, so let's give it a little bit of a bluish life dry brush to it. Again, we're going to be using a dry brush with most of that paint off. You can see I messed up that little small portion because I didn't pay attention to my own advice. But we're going to use some Fenrisian Grey on there and just highlight those up, and it gives a very nice blackish blue look. I think that goes real well with that brown that we did. For the beak, we're just going to quickly highlight that with some Flash Glitz Yellow real quick, nothing too crazy. And then we're going to work on our gold talons, and we're going to be doing some Liberator Gold on there. Again, pretty simple, nothing crazy. All right, to highlight up our metallics, our silver metallics more specifically, we're going to do some Leadbelcher on them, just the raised areas, nothing in the recesses. Yeah, and we're also going to do that around the rings of the barrel as well. Just be careful on this because you can get it on the wood and you do not want to do that. For the eyes, we're just going to put a little bit of white in there and then just a black dot. Very, very simple. Nothing crazy on that one. All right, and finally, the base. We're just going to do some straight up Nuln Oil on that. Nothing crazy. With that white, it really sticks through and it gives it a real nice look. I was real happy with how that turned out with just the Nuln Oil. But we've moved on to your favorite part of painting the miniature because it means you're dumb and done. I know what I said. Done. And we are doing Abaddon Black. But you can do whatever you would like. It's up to you. And that's it. That's all she wrote. That is your Warhawk. That did not take any time at all. And I think it turned out real well for the amount of time we put in there. Just phenomenal, in my opinion, for time versus quality. Came out great. But again, I want to say thank you to all my YouTube members, all my subscribers, anyone who supports this channel. Can't thank you enough. We are going to be doing some live streams on YouTube. We're also going to be live streaming painting on Rumble coming up here in the future. So it's the same thing over there, Nerd Nights on Rumble. If you want to check that out, it is up to you. But If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave me a comment. I love you all, and I will see you on the next one. All right. Paint Town!